I know why your girlfriend's crazy. I know why you're. Why? I know why. I know. Oh God, y'all, listen. I am here to share the truth with you in very funny ways, so that you don't lay in traffic. Hey, Alyssa, I'm here to share the truth so you don't lay in traffic. I'm here to share the truth so you don't lay in traffic. We can put stories on here. We can do all kinds of things. I'm going to show you how to sit on his face if you stick around. And I'll show you my oil. But right now, listen. I know why your girlfriend's crazy. I know why your girlfriend is actual lunatic. Okay. So I'm here for the men. I'm here for the women too, but I work with the men so that the women can come. Okay. You feel me? And so I know I have been on a journey to help men for a very long time, and I can tell you all about it. Hey, Rebecca! I have some news for you. It gets better. You know, we're going to put some stories on here. You can just choose. Can you read this? Holy Hot Mom? Holy Hot Mom. I would get on this like ASAP if I were you. We're sold out again, and I have a honey pot going on for you to have it again. So just give me a second to ship out the next go around. Y'all, I make an oil to elevate your booty lives. Like you're making your bedrooms holy. Because when you make your bedrooms holy, hey Davey, I'm here for the fellas. I know why your girlfriend's crazy. I'm about to tell you right now, look. So, I love you so much. Feel free to give me some hearts and let me know you're listening. Because I'm here for the men so that the women can come. You got it? Okay. This is the men. Look at you. La 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 la. Winner. This is the ladies. Listen. She's crazy as fuck. Okay. Then this is you, oh my God, you're like, wow, she's a nut baller. Yeah, I know. I'm going to tell you why and how. Okay. Now listen. It's not her fault. We love her. Why is my gal crazy? Because she is littered with demons and targeted by demons. I'm going to show you. It's a sci-fi movie. Never mind, it's real. Okay. So I just found out about another one today in my life that I bypassed miraculously because I live in the light of God and I am honestly naive as fuck and innocent half the time. I actually have my tattoo says I'm a fool for God because I literally am like, la la, I just love Jesus, la la la. During this and because of this, I have miraculously, thank you Jesus, bypassed many, many things in my life that I can now tell you about. Well, I just found out one of them in my life, one of these women, was a freaking trafficker for Epstein. Shut your face. As I go deeper into the lies that these creepy weirdos have been giving us since my sci-fi, I did a science fair project when I was 12 years old that exposed how we're being manipulated. And then it went deeper when I made my documentary and I traveled around the country and I met all the Angela Sheltons. Hey, Maria. And I went on the road learning about women and our, all the stuff we go through, domestic violence and sexual assault and incest and all that stuff. And I made a movie, Searching for Angela Shelton. It's over here. I show you this. I made this movie after I'd done my science fair project and understood how we're poisoned. And as I did that movie, I was on Oprah. Ew. 48 hours, all that stuff. And I learned even more about the systems of how they manipulate us. And honestly, as you see now, it's stealing your souls, okay? If you're paying attention. I want to see your comment. Let me see, make sure I'm in the... Hey, y'all. Hey! Okay, so here's you and here's the ladies, okay? Listen. Oh my God. Y'all, did you know the creepy weirdos, the creepy nasty weirdos who are demonic, who are the Epsteins and all that stuff, okay? Do you know that they continue because of I have to write backwards for you. They continue because of CSA, okay? Child sexual abuse. Can you read that? They're eating child sexual abuse. That's their food. They love it. And that is despair, okay? And that is despair. I'm just giving you a little recap. They're eating despair, okay? They're creepy weird. The tunnels are real, okay? The tunnels are real, blah, blah, blah. We know all this stuff already. The ones who started the nasty, okay? The nasty with like the churches and stuff. Imagine, just for a minute, imagine if you were a nasty, demonic little creepo that eats the blood of children and has, you know, hey, Jessalyn, I love you so much. We talked to the boxes yesterday. I love you so much. So imagine for a minute, if you were, yeah, I know you can't because you're actually a human who has a heart, okay? But if you just think about the creepy weirdos, the demons, okay? If they had a chance to rule the world and have humanity like stuck and numb and dumb, don't you think they would do it? Yeah. And then you're just dumb as hell and you're just buying into all this stuff and then you're literally feeding the perpetrators, okay? You're literally feeding the perps, okay? These are all perps. Perps. Did I just do it right? Perps feed on despair. You got it? And their biggest despair is child sexual abuse. I'm just giving you a little history lesson of why we're here today. And yes, I make an oil. It is a spiritual anointing oil that cuts the lines of communication between all this stuff and gives you about 3 days. Are you paying attention? So, I make this oil, but I'm not, you don't, listen, you can get my oil because it's amazing and I love you so much. Where is it? It comes in a roller, it comes in a dropper, it comes in a big bottle, little bottle. The little bottles are always sold out. I'm sold out again. I love you. I got another pot on. You can get the big ones right now. The oil is amazing, but you do not need the oil. It helps you. It's like I help you in your world to realize this and then use your inner light to elevate out of this. Okay? You got it. So you really need your light and your energy and your frequency. The end. Got it? I help you with all the other stuff. Like, listen, I send you toys. In my box is an introduction to a comedy show. Like, so if you go to Holy Hot Mom and up at the top, events, there's a comedy cohort because this has to be funny because it's so bad. Okay, you got it? At the last page, we are dancing and laughing with angels. Okay? So, last page, we're dancing, we have joy, we have laughter. The oil actually helps you remember who you are and it cuts the lines of communication. So, at the end, the last page, y'all, is fun. Okay? It's laughter, joy, it's me. I'm Mary Poppins. I'm George Carlin, had a baby with Carol Burnett, and it's Mary Poppins. Hopefully none of them were all into, So, the matrix, okay, the matrix is lines of communication between entities. We've done this already, but I'm just giving a recap. There are entities out here. Okay, demons. Oh, did you know that there's 365? Did you know that there's 365 demons? This is part of, hey Peyton, this is part of the books that the creepy weirdos who are doing this, they are nasty. This is what those creepy weirdos with the red shoes and the robes and all that, who are running the tunnels, they kept these books out of the big book, the Bible, so that we, dumb and dumber, are just believing our textbook. We're like, oh look, we have our little textbook. We're such good students. And look at what happens in the, look at that. Look at what happens. Do you see this circle? Do you see it? You see this? This union of men and women use my oil and use each other like a slip and slide. Yeah, I know you love it. This orgasm, feeling, relaxation, present moment with each other. When you're all like into each other, not this face, you're like, look at me. I trust this guy. Imagine. So like, I trust this guy. There's this energy. This flow, ready? Kills worms. The frequency of this kills worms, okay? And so wouldn't the worms and the demons communicate with little worm creepies inside? It's the devil inside and the devil without. The devil you can see because you can poop out a worm. And the devil you can't see because it's entities and demons. Unless you have that gift. And I'm glad I don't. Woo! And so there's this communication between these entities out here with the ones inside. And that's why, over the years, blah, 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 they're spending all this time and energy to put stuff into your body and your mind and your la, 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 so that you're more controllable. Do you understand that? Do you see that? And then these little creepy weirdos inside you are communicating with the creepy weirdos inside her. Blah, 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 blah. You see it? Blah, blah, blah. That is the matrix. And then this entity is communicating with this entity, and then it's sending a message to this. And then this is the matrix. The matrix is lines of communication between the creepy weirdos inside and the outside. It's simple. You got it? Can you give me did you understand that? Because half of you are deaf, dumb, and blind. I am telling you. I am talking to those who can hear. And you have ears to hear and eyes to see, because I'm about to take you down a path that you're like, what the? Oh! Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm telling you. So, this, you get me? Can I get a little, hey, can I get a little, you paying attention? You paying attention. So, you get the matrix is lines of communication. When we have the O together, okay, you elevate out of that. You cut the lines of communication. They don't like you. You taste nasty. They can't even see you sometimes. It's just like, it's not. But if you're in the lines of communication, okay, they got you. They got you. They got the ladies. I'll tell you why. These creepy weirdos who insisted that the Bibles, the Gospels, that they're like, oh, that's heresy. That's crazy. Oh, you don't want to read that. You don't want to read all this. Oh, yeah, like hell. Why didn't you want us to read this? Oh, because this is about the divine masculine. Listen, this is the divine masculine. Humming, and chanting together, right? Chanting together so that their energy creates an even bigger circle of protection and spiritual authority through playing and humming and dancing and chanting. This is why I have a sacred circus. This is why. This is why I do the oil. This is why I work with men. Because men who are healed, especially, y'all, don't beat yourself up. I've heard your stories. I know that you're survivors of, oh my God, you're survivors of so much stuff. Just like the ladies. And you're just silent about it. And so these dudes have like super authority spiritually. And when they get together and they, hum in certain orders, with certain vowels, in different orders than these creepy little weirdos have told us. Oh, who owns the textbooks? This is old, y'all. This is older than old. Who owns the textbooks? Do you know that? Do you know who owns the textbooks in the school? They're manipulated and it's like teaching people? No, they're teaching inversion. They're teaching incorrect information. You know, they took what's in the Bible and they did 66 books. No, really? Really? Did they only put 66 books? Shocking. I can't believe it, really. Yeah, yeah. So they kept 66 books in, and then they twisted the other books and the textbooks and stuff like that. You know, you were taught A-E-I-O-U, okay? Here's another one. It's I-E-O-U-E-A-O, said long 22 times each for men to do together, and they create a circle of spiritual authority that saves and protects the women from the demons. This makes me want to cry. It's like I want to cry and also I want to jump for joy and I also want to throw up at the same time. Do you feel me? Like, do you listening? The divine masculine hums, which is play. They play together. There's like the fellas that I know so many of them. The ladies need to shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Sacred Truth Frequency United. Sacred Truth Frequency United. Ladies, shut up. Zip it. Zippity doo dah. You do not know. You know why you don't know? Because you were kept out of this information. You know why? Demons. So in these books, that the creepy weirdos that wear red shoes, that run the church that is actually the synagogue of Satan, that when you go look it up, look up the throne. Okay? Look up the throne. Look up the demonic, yucky, nasty, ugly throne that the men who wear red shoes and robes, who actually are the beginners of the tunnels to consume and torture children. Are you listening? You know, those guys, those ones who are actually run by women who queens, okay? Don't even call those bitches women. Cunt. Nah, I ain't even playing with you. I will incinerate all you bitches. I swear to God, I'll protect all those men even when they're dumb as hell, because they've been kept dumb intentionally. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this is the gospel of the Egyptians, if you so dare. Okay? It's in the Gnostic Gospels, and it was intentionally left out by creepy weirdos who are consuming and torturing children. What? No. Yes! Oh, wait. Yeah! It was kept out. The divine masculine, which is the spiritual authority. These dumb bitches were completely bamboozled by demons, so that they started going like, authority. You don't have authority over me. I don't like men. I don't like men. That's where we're at now. That's the story. That's the chapter we're on right now. And I'm going to back up and tell you how we got there. Because it says right here. Are you kidding me? I can't get enough of this. I was literally like jumping for joy and pacing and crying and like, I want to throw up. I want to be excited and all of it at the same time. Okay. Let me just tell you. Let me just break it down. Okay. But yes! It's like the Stepford Wife movie and the women are in charge. Y'all, the parasites, the creepy little weirdo parasites that answer to the entities, they are run by a queen. Okay? Okay. They're run by a queen, and the queen is a worm. The reason these creepy weirdos that answer to the worm queen, the queen with the worm, also if you look through royalty, they love royalty. Your brain hurts, I know. I mean, it's deep as... But I'm going to make it funny. I'm making it funny, and we're doing a variety show. You are all invited to be in my variety show. Because like I said to Hollywood, and like I said to those marketers who I was going to work with, and they work with the devil, and I was like, y'all, I don't work with the devil, and then they never spoke to me again. It's too weird to be weird, okay? It's too weird to be weird. So I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with the devil. It's all y'all. You can be in I'm a movie maker. I make movies, and I'm awesome and fun. And I'm coming to your house, and I have a cooking show, I have a variety show, a magazine, all of it. You can have all of it. You can have everything. You can have everything. And my challenge to you is to listen. And then when I give you an opportunity, like here, you can have it. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to snap out of it? Okay, so I'm going to tell you what to snap out of. Ready? The divine masculine, when the divine masculine hums and chants and sings and plays together, you don't say. They create a circle of spiritual authority. You don't say. Yeah, that protects the woman. Meaning also the children. I like you. You're good. I love you. My brain don't hurt you. Yeah, right. Okay, listen. I'm just telling you the truth. So listen. These creepy weirdos. Oh, it says it in here. They saw that the divine masculine could protect the divine feminine as we are in this pleroma, this experience. And so they removed the map for the men and started making the men feel like they were completely batshit crazy because they turned, it says in here, they realized this, and so they turned all A-L-L, all of their demons onto the women. What? All. That would be 100% of demons went like this. Like all the demons from underground, all this nasty is 100%, y'all. 100%. Okay? Focused on fucking with the woman. Have you seen it? You have it in your life. The ones that are completely poisoned. They are buying the stuff, believing the stuff. Any one of these women who is really adamant. Feel like, I'm adamant. I know that men are bad, and I read a research paper. Your sentence is your sentence in this perpetrator box. The way we get out of the box is a circle and a spiral, and we spiral out of it energetically. If you were given the map, I'm giving you the map right now. And the way out of the box, the way to stay in the box is your sentence is your sentence. That's why they target women, because the women never shut up. Y'all, I have traveled the world. I've been at those tables. I have sat. Yes. Yeah, you're the portals, yes. And also you're the divine. And when the man hums together in their divine masculine and they love the woman, like, listen, y'all, we get to just sit around, and not sit around lazy, but like we're like delicately, we're elegantly being ourselves. And like, this is me. Like, we're elegantly being ourselves while the men protect us, and we can make food and have sex all day. Hello, sign me up. What? Where? And then all these men who are like saving the kids and knocking down, the redneck revolution is on. You didn't get the memo. It's on like Donkey Kong. I love you so much. All these men, the real men are having a calling. They're coming together. They're doing the work spiritually, and they are taking out the bad guys. They're doing it right now. Like literally right now. Like literally actually right now. Thank you, Jesus. And so they're storming in here and they're saving these babies and they're beating the shit out of these guys, and it's happening. And they're scared to death of y'all women. They're scared of shit. I work with the men so that the women can come. The men are scared of the women. They're scared of them because they're crazy. And I'm telling you, they're not crazy. They're not crazy. They're poisoned. Yeah, they're literally poisoned intentionally by demons. So when you see that as a woman, I hope that you're like, oh hell, like me, like, oh hell no, not me. Like, and the way to be aware of it is to you know how many women I've been around that literally never stop talking? I don't even know how they do it. They literally never stop talking. This is why your husband won't fix his hearing aid. Because you never stop talking. And they'll talk themselves into every single scenario, and it's, oh my God, shut up. But it's intentional to get you to keep talking, because your sentence is your sentence in this perpetrator prison. I better be saving this live. I mean it. This is a masterclass. I'll put it in the school, assuming all the tech stuff works, because these guys are ancient. It's tech too. Oh, how many women are totally batshit crazy about tech? How many women spent all their time in, they list it. Chaos, confusion, distraction, and destitution. Destitution, yeah. All so fun. And then when you get eaten up by the demons, watch this. Really? I love you so much. When you get eaten up by the demons and they're like eating on you, look what you go through. Look. Nuh-uh. You ready? Those ladies that fall for this, who don't know, like you don't know because you didn't get this book, because the nasty little creepos that are doing this did not want you to have this book. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, it really does. It's like the Epstein people. Like, they don't want you to know that they're all friends. And they've actually got other islands that aren't on the map. Y'all, there's other islands that aren't on the map, y'all. Okay? So, look, there's other books that aren't in the book. What the hell? Do you think the good, the bad bacteria is having its own body? Yes. Yes. Yes, I do. That's next level. You're VIP. Okay? You're VIP. Hold on. Where's my glasses? Oh my God. Listen, we're going to fix my eyesight next. I'll fix my eyesight and tell you how to do it, because right now I'm like, what happened? Okay. The demons hit the ladies, right? The ladies are then led astray. Oh, well, duh. Led astray from the men. And then they talk and say, like, Mary Van. And then they hit them with all kinds of things. Oh, feminism. I did a cooking show called Stirring Up Trouble. I have a cooking show called Stirring Up Trouble. And the second season is, I think, feminism fucked up because the men didn't come. It's funny. So I have all the men over for dinner to talk about how we can come together. And it's a great little series. I'm fat in it. I'm like 40 pounds heavier. Ask me how I lost all that. Parasite cleansing. Anyway, binders. What the fuck? And so I had conversations with men about how men and women can come together. And I'm here to tell you, I did 10 guys and 1 trans and 1 woman. And out of all of them, there was only one piece of shit. There was a piece of shit dude. And these ladies will tell you the other way. They're like, men are bad. Men are bad. There's not only one. And he's taken. No, it's because you're fucking crazy. And that guy went to the mountains and he's building a house that you wish you had. And this guy's awesome, but he's sad. He's sad because he hasn't had a blowjob in forever. And then, I'm just talking gut material and brain material. Yes. A clean gut or the right gut can determine your entire reality. Yes. Because then you clean the gut, and then you cut the communication. That's why the gut clean helps, because then you cut the communication between the demons. I mean, that literally is what's happening. I mean, it sounds crazy, but whatever. This is a sci-fi movie, y'all. And the lady needs a muzzle. I mean, for real. I raised money for domestic violence shelters for years, and now I understand everything. Listen, I need to do comedy. Listen. Okay, so ready? Yeah, all matter is matter, and matter is matter, and matter. That's Mary Magdalene's gospel. Let's talk about that all day. Hold on, though. We're here. All 100% demons, right, have gone 100% to the women, which creates, ready? Afflictions. Oh, no, you don't say. Being led astray. Oh. Seriously misled. Well, that's you just see those ladies. Aging? Does that mean that if you're with the divine masculine and your little circle of humming and you're coming and humming, that you wouldn't have aging? Is that what that means? Finding no satisfaction. Well, that was half your marriages. I mean, really. Perishing. What? Like, so you're just going to die. You're just going to be loaded up with demons, and then you're going to sleep with the other demon and with that Netflix and chill, and you're going to get an STD, and then you're going to have a baby, and I mean, it's the whole thing. And so you perish. You're unacquainted with truth because you think you have truth. These ladies think, oh, they're so adamant. These ladies are so adamant. Whenever you're adamant, you're probably wrong. Just because with the truth, this truth, I'm not adamant about anything. I'm like, I know this. So it's not a matter of like, I know it. If you don't know it, that's your deal. I don't know what you're doing in your life, but I have attaining the truth. These ladies are not attaining the truth. Okay. This is how they enslaved the entirety of creation from the dawn of time until the present day. Focusing on the women and pulling them into darkness and locking up their hearts. I work with men so that the women can come. Okay? So look, your heart of these ladies that are poison. I mean, and then you have the men, right? Heartbroken as hell. Like, honestly, heartbroken as hell. This is what I do. Like, I help people with their heartbreak and their boring bedrooms. I turn boring, lame-ass bedrooms into holy, whoa. Even when you hate each other, okay? Because you don't hate each other. This is demonic, okay? This is demonic, okay? You got it? I love you. I love you too. Thank you for being here. Yes, absolutely. Like, thank you for having this conversation, because I have this conversation all day long. I walk around like this. I'm like, and then I'm walking, because this is life. And when you start cleansing this stuff, and use my oil, y'all, congratulations. I made this oil that I did during my own spiritual experience. When I found this out, I didn't know this part today. I mean, what? I was like, when I found out that the creepy weirdos inside communicate with the outside. That's when I was like, oh, hell no. No. I am Southern. You ain't even playing with me. And I've been in all these industries. I was in the fashion world and the movie world and the music world, the publishing world. I've been in all these worlds, and I don't give a fuck. Like, you cannot get me with money. You can't get me with the Fendi bag. You can't get me with your $33 million. Really? You think I'm stupid? And just, I am. I'm not stupid. I'm naive as fuck and innocent. Innocently loving God, walking through this life I've led. And this morning, I found out that one of the people that was like literally like an instrumental, like a person in my life, not like a friend or anything, but she like showed up in my life, was a fucking trafficker for Epstein. What the? And when you find out stuff like this, I ain't even playing. I made my oil to be like, no. Just like I left Hollywood years ago, because I'm like, no. Like, and come to find out, let me just tell you some stories. When I was in the fashion industries, okay, when I was with the models, I started modeling with Tyra Banks. We were both in the bus, literally. It was like so symbolic. I'm alone, and she was with her mom. She's super millionaire now because of her mom. And I was going to the fashion world because it was like, I'm an adventurous spirit. That's who I am. And I don't give a shit about all that stuff, like all that little, oh my God, what are you doing? And Tyra Banks was a bitch. And so I was like, not even playing. But I noticed the women were always the ones that created issues or created hurdles or got people into trouble. The agents were totally trafficking those women, those girls, those young girls in model apartments. And here I come. I was in Italy, Paris, Germany, and New York. And each time they put the girls in these like model apartments. Like hell, I'm no. I always was like, I'll go get my own apartment, which I did. I traveled the world and got my own apartment. I never got into that world, but I witnessed it. And I saw that the nasty, nasty ones that are helping the perps, helping them get babies, Oprah. Who's got a blue roof? 1, 2, 3, doo-dah, doo-dah. Who's got those kids? Anyway, we're women. It was women. You know, I got fired and banned and canceled, and like, you know, I had death threats when I first found out about satanic ritual abuse, and I started opening my mouth because I'm innocent, and I was like, look at this. I'm traveling the world. I'm hearing all these stories, and there's some weird things happening. It's like Eyes Wide Shut movie, but with babies. And me, my big mouth, like, I got, you know, I spoke at the Smithsonian too, and I spoke in Congress, and you're welcome. I did say, hey y'all, my final statement is, remember, the way to change the world is to stop raping kids. Go fuck yourselves. Okay? I said that in a government building. And now as they are going into government buildings and saving kids that are literally in cots, on cots, y'all, all lined up, being tortured, and they're taking the adrenochrome. Do you know the adrenochrome is your spinal fluid? They're not drinking blood. They're drinking blood because it's the spinal fluid that has blood on it. So, like, they're drinking the spinal fluid. They're drinking this spiritual essence of you, okay? And the babies. And they have these women trapped, okay? All the focus, all 100%. And so I am calling to these, listen. Can't even, I love you so much, and my love for you is bigger than your ignorance and bigger than your pain. And I'm here to tell you, the time you spend on that lady, just, you're done. Like, if that lady needs to wake the fuck up. Or, like, we can't spend no more time. Because the ladies that get this and hear me, when you wake up and, like, elevate your own life and, like, get into your radiant light, and then you connect with that guy, the divine guy, and get out of being, bamboozled by demons, we, by having a good time, by humming, by dancing, by laughing, by rejoicing, we literally slay all these motherfuckers. I mean, it literally is that easy. That's why they keep it a secret. It is that easy, y'all. And that's why they keep it a secret. That's why they've gone to such great lengths to keep us from being together. Okay? And the biggest culprit is the woman. It's the biggest one. She's the trafficker. She's the cunt bitch. She's the head of Satanic Church. She's the queen, literally. And then it's a queen worm. And what happens is the guy, the man, the divine masculine can see it, can spot it, can see it. Because they know it. They like, it's like, they're warriors. They're, we're going to get to like play and do whatever we're doing. We're painting, we're cooking, I'm dancing. I can do whatever. I can play with you too with swords. But like, you got this. Like the dudes, like they're going to go in there and, beat the shit out of all this and get rid of it and save the kids. And then they're going to get blowjobs. And we're going to give them the best head they ever had ever. You're welcome. I'll teach you how. I'm going to show you, actually. For real. But first, you have to understand, if you can understand, that simply by playing and living in the light of the all things holy, living in the light of all things holy, actually eradicates the demons in your life. So as you're doing the whole parasite cleanse stuff, you can go to holyhotmom.com and I make a box to send you. You're in my comedy cohort because the comedy show is your life. For real. So you can do it, and I'll give you all my oils and all my stuff, and you get access to all the stuff forever and ever. And the ladies who are poisoned will probably freak out about it. Like, I didn't get my email in time. Shut the fuck up. This is a I have a community for you to connect with each other. All y'all should know each other. Like you should know each other, and to stop the madness of saying that, men are bad, men are bad, men are bad, because it's not you. It's literally not them talking. It's not you. It is 100% of demons. Did you know that there's 365 demons? Did you know that? I bet you didn't know that. There's 365 demons, y'all. Don't blame the devil on everything. There's 365 demons. That is why they changed the calendar. This is a sci-fi movie. This is a sci-fi movie and a magazine and a funny variety show. It's funny. And I'm here to entertain you. And we can just play. We can tell stories. We can tell stories and play. And I'm going to get you to play so that you're going to have a big O with each other. And then when you're having your big O with each other and yourself, because that's not just about that. It's literally about, use each other as a slip and slide with my oil, and then work through your fascia and your lymph nodes, and just love each other. And then suddenly the demon nasty can't see you, doesn't like the way you taste, and actually kind of you kill it. There's that too. Like, you can have such high vibe that you make the entity like disintegrate. Okay, like you did. You have no control. But listen, this is old. This is old. This is older than old. The Pope in 591, y'all, 591, made the speech, the propaganda speech that was like, we can't have these books in here because I rape kids. And I love the blood of little black kids, and I want to eat them. And because they have the real answer. Oh yeah, there's that too. And we're going to keep that from people. We're going to do a propaganda, speech. Just like y'all who believed all the headlines. People believe the speeches from the perpetrators. Yeah. And then here we are today. So you believe the propaganda. And then they directed all the focus to the women. And here we are. Here we are today. And so where do I come in? Where do I come into your life? I love this stuff. If I hadn't been a model, I would have been a preacher. But I never wanted to be a preacher because I ain't playing in the nastiness of church. The second worst beating I ever got, first worst beating I ever got was for laughing. That's ironic because the last page, y'all, we're laughing with angels. Joyously. Okay? So let's just skip ahead. That's interesting that the worst beating I ever got in my life as a kid who was a loudmouth who called the shit out ever since I was coming in its world I got a beating for laughing. Interesting. And then my second worst beating ever when I was a kid was in church when I stood up on the pew and the preacher was talking some bullshit. Facts, you know. The preacher was talking some bullshit, and I think I knew already that guy was a child molester. I just knew it. And I stood up on the pew and I put my hand on my hip like this, like the Shelton women do. And I go, "Nuh-uh!" And I'll take your Bible and all your freaking ladies who are locked up in trauma, and I'm going to go, "Nuh-uh!" This is, my friend, this is the Gnostic Gospels. There's a couple different translators. I love this guy, Jeremy Payton. He's on here. I'm going to go be friends with this guy. I'm going to be like, dude, we are hanging out. We are hanging out and talking about the real light of all things holy all day. Like, can we be friends? I'm coming over. I'm hanging out with this guy. Because I love this. This is like, what? If you understand and know, when you know something, you're not like, oh, I believe that. Or I don't believe that because it's Tuesday. And I bought that sticker. No. When you know it, you're like, holy shit, I know this. Belle, I've worked with men. I work with men for a long, long time. And I tell you why. Because I used to be one of these ladies, okay? And I'm a powerful, you see myself, I am powerful as fuck. And I'm strong as fuck, but I'm also naive as hell. And I love you. I love Jesus. And it was two people that opened my eyes to my behavior and my lockdown, my thing, when I was like locked into like whatever I was locked into. I came into the world with starvation, with worse witches. Yes, yeah, it's witches, but all the demons have been directed to the women. So I want to remind you, your girlfriends are not crazy; they're poisoned by demons, or disillusioned and distracted and laid upon by demons. And so when I was a little kid, I came from starvation, poverty. I was put into, taken away from my mom. They gave my mom a shot against her will so that she couldn't breastfeed me too. I mean, when you start seeing the whole plan of these creepies, you're like, well, she's got a big mission coming in. Let's make everything hard. By the way, that is what they do. So when you notice in your life, when you're about to do something or you are doing something amazing, and you're like coming up and you're like, then here comes your mama, or here comes your ex-boyfriend, or whoever burnt the car or whatever it was, to mess with you, to not get you to connect into this. Do you see it? You will. And then you're like, oh my God. Yeah, it's a bigger play. It's a bigger play. It's a connection of communication between entities outside and entities inside. And they have broken this wall because they never told us about this wall. They kept this safe, divine, masculine, authoritative circle of protection, away from us, so that we didn't know about it. Fuck you guys. And it's time. It's over now, y'all. It's over. We can play. We can party. I'm literally inviting you to a party that is your life. Okay? So if you go to holyhotmom.com and you go up at the top, events up top, get in there. It's a year forever ticket. You get everything. You're welcome, because it's your life. And we meet, and you can watch recordings and all this stuff, and I'll go much further. But they failed. Yeah, exactly. We know now. If the gig is up, and so the gig is up now. So to go really, I am here to make it fast and fun because I'm funny, and so you can go faster and funnier and have more fun than I did. Facts. Okay. So I was loaded up with incest, domestic violence, date rape, all of it. And I was in a situation, I did not realize I was doing it. Sometimes you have behavior that you literally don't realize you're doing until somebody points it out. And so I'm here to point it out with love. My love for you is bigger than wherever you're stuck. I was stuck with deeply resenting men because my dad was a child rapist who did not rape me. Like, put that on, roll around in that one. So or don't. He's fat and ugly, nasty. My dad was a child rapist. Okay, he had a candy man. He was the candy man. He had an arcade. No, shocking. And he was the boys juvenile delinquent counselor because he also liked boys, okay? And I also work with a lot of men, okay? And so this is why. I'm telling you why. So my dad, my bio dad, not my dad. So my bio dad, what I came in here with, yeah, same. Yeah, I love you. And so my training was coming from the dad who's abusive, who also doesn't want you. So I had like, well, you're nasty or you're disgusting. And it's like, you know, when like your family is a bunch of like, they're all doing each other, but they don't do you. It's like one of those like, oh, well, I guess I must be chopped liver. And I didn't think I was ugly because I grew up to be a model. I kind of looked like my dad. He looked like a baby Elvis a little bit. And, you know, that's what my mama says. At least you got something. You look like him. Okay. And so but I had the belief that I was less than or whatever. And I was doing something that I did not realize I was doing until I met Charlotte Castle. Charlotte Castle was for me like I am for other people. She wrote the book, If the Buddha Dated, If the Buddha Married, If the Buddha whatever. She wrote all these If the Buddha Did. And then she wrote this book, which I highly recommend, that's called Women, Sex, and Addiction, The Search for Love and Power. And I never read it because I wasn't a sex addict. I was a boyfriend repeater. I was like, repeat super monogamous. Like I always had a boyfriend. That's why I was like actually kind of protected through the world that I was in modeling, because I was always like totally faithful to my boyfriend back home. And then you get off the plane and you're like, no! Johnny Depp wanted to take a hold of me. And I said no, because I had a boyfriend. That's a good thing. And so I was a serial monogamous, right? But I did this thing that I didn't know that I did. And it was playing men. Oh, I didn't know. I never read that book until it was a friend of mine that she had that problem. And she was like boning everybody under the sun. And I was like, I want to read this book because I like discover humans more. And I read this one paragraph. It was literally a paragraph. It was like this. And I'm like, ah! Like I read this paragraph that literally described me. And I was like, oh, what? I apologize. It described me saying the girl who was abused by the dad, who didn't get the dad, will do this little girl thing. It's called Women, Sex, and Addiction, The Search for Love and Power by Charlotte Castle, Kasl. She's passed away now. She was a really good friend of mine because she was like me. Y'all, I reached out to her and I was like, oh my God, your book changed my life. We started emailing back and forth. We became friends. It was awesome. And she was like a really good friend of mine. She flew up to LA and hung out with me, and like Charlotte Castle was amazing. And it came from me reading her book. This one paragraph, and it was, I should find it, but the gist of it was the girl who was abused by the dad who didn't want her or didn't have her. There's this little girl. Like, so you're playing like, daddy, you're like playing this like little girl thing to get daddy. And you do it with all the men, and all the men fall in love with you. Yeah. And then you manipulate the fuck out of those men because you're making them fall in love with you, but you're not in love with them. That you're just like this, it's like this, vagina, and I didn't realize I was doing that. And I read this book, I was like, oh my God. And then I went to see my mentor, who I trust very much, Larry Moss. He was his acting coach that I have worked with my actors. I never worked with him personally because I have such respect for that dude that I wasn't ready. Because like when you act with Larry Moss, you better have your like body classes and your voice classes and all this stuff. I always went as a director to watch his classes, to audit them, and like I was thinking of it as a director. And I went to talk with him right after I read this piece in Charlotte Castle's book. I'm telling you some history of how I got like, and he looked at me straight in my face and he goes, Angela Shelton, when are you going to be the powerful woman that you are and stop this little girl nonsense? When somebody calls your ass out, he called me out. Like I was like, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. And I'm sorry. This was back in my 20s. And I was like, and I saw it and I stopped it. I literally stopped that behavior. I never did it again from that moment forward. And I never worked again. Literally. Like I had the epiphany. I was like, what? And the two, like, I'm giving you epiphany, and you're probably going to quit your job. And I had this epiphany, and I literally never worked in Hollywood again. I never booked another job. It was like, I stepped into the strong woman that I am. I never worked in Hollywood again. I became a director. I mean, what? You can't write this shit. Like, literally. Love healing with all of y'all. Yes. You know, we set it up this way, right? For real. That we play. So I had my realization of, like, I was like, oh my God. I'm so sorry, fellas. I'm not actually in love with you. I'm in love with the country dude. Anywho. So I had this awareness. So that's why I can see it so well too. And so then I made my documentary. Literally right after that, I became a director, and I made my documentary. And I started traveling around the country, interviewing women in America. Yes. And finding out, hey ladies, how are you? Where have you been? Where are you going? Are we really hating on each other, or is this a play on us? I didn't know the demons. I just knew Hollywood was a lie. And I was like, Hollywood is up to something. I couldn't put my finger on it, but I had mentors that were honestly angels. Like, I've been protected my whole life. Honestly, thank you, Jesus. Like, thank you. I've been so protected my whole life. And I didn't realize the extent that it went. You know what I mean? Do you feel me? You're like, oh God, I didn't realize it was that deep. And so I was traveling around interviewing women. I didn't realize they were taken over by demons. And then I discovered the men. Yep. When I traveled with the movie, I've been to every state, down every highway, and then I became Safe Side Super Chick. I'm Safe Side Super Chick. Yep. This is me. I'm. Hey, by the way, isn't this kind of interesting? Look at me. I'm in my 50s. I did this in my 20s. And ever since I started doing parapsychosis, I feel that I don't want to jinx it or anything, but I feel that I'm looking by doing parapsychosis. I mean, I didn't say nothing to you. I use my oil on my face too, so I'm not looking for the big bottle. I take my big bottle everywhere. So, listen, I started traveling with this movie, talking to women, and then so many deaths sent my way, right? Like, you're tested and you go through hell. I feel you. Like, we all were put through hell by these perps. Intentionally. Because they feed on our despair. And the biggest despair that you can get is mess with all the ladies. I mean, it puts the men in despair when you've messed with all the ladies. And so the men aren't getting, fellas have not had a proper blowjob in God knows how long. Golly. Y'all, fellas, I got you. Oh, raise your hand, ladies. I'll tell you. Like, we'll take care of you. I love you. Continue doing what you're doing. Saving all those babies. You get at it. We'll take care of you. But when you see it, you can't unsee it, right? And you see, like, oh my God, the women are totally poisoned. And then I just found out this morning, Mama, I discovered that a person that was in my life was a freaking trafficker for Epstein. What the fuck? I also know ladies that put blood in their face. These fucking stupid bitches that put blood in their face. Where do you think that blood is coming from? Are you high? Are you crazy? And the last thing I ever did in LA, I was at this big, huge dinner thing with a bunch of actors. I love everybody. And an old friend of mine literally looks at me and he's like, hey, honey, you can just pull this bit right behind your ear and we can staple it right there and fix this. We could do that tomorrow. I can make an appointment right now as I'm sitting here at dinner. And y'all, I left and I climb out the building and I'm gone. I don't even know who you are. And I am on a plane back out of there. And no. But look at it. Look at the training. Look at the training to cut your body up, to be disconnected, to talk shit. Like talk. That's why I say, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Literally. That's the answer. The answer is shut the fuck up. Literally. The men already know how to do this because they've been abandoned and left and left for dead and they don't have anybody. They literally don't have anybody. And I introduced them to each other so they could have somebody. Because as I started traveling, and that's Sacred Truth Frequency United, as I started traveling with this movie and as Safe Side Super Chick, I started hearing from the men. Every single time I spoke, every single time, and I've spoken at all these colleges. You can bring me again. Book me as Holy Hot Mom teaches the fellas how to really get head. I should show you. At 1 o'clock, I will show you how to get really, really good head. Holy Hot Mom teaches you about head at 11. So I started listening to men, okay? Every single time I did a speech, every single time, there's some dude waiting. There's every single time. There's some dude waiting. Every time. And the women will say things like, oh, he's looking to date you. Or be careful. Have a guard before you go to your car, because be careful of that guy. No, that guy was always a survivor. Always a respectful survivor who didn't want to speak in front of all the ladies. He didn't want to take the mic or whatever. And they came up to tell me their stories. I have heard so many stories that I have to do comedy. Because I can't date, I don't date anymore because I make men cry. Okay? Because I'm a safe zone. You can tell me anything, even the weirdo stuff you're doing with your butt in the shower of plastic. I don't want to hear it, but I love you and I will listen. And what y'all are doing to yourselves is astounding because it's coming from the perps. Yep. And these women who are toxic and have poisoned these men and made them think they were nuts. These men, not the real men, but they become betas. These men become betas, and then they're just useless in society. Oh, God, you can't work a tool, nothing. Dumb as hell. You actually turn into a lady. It's liberals. Listen, do you want to date me? It's holyhotmomboyfriend.com. Get the King Oil. I literally made the King Oil for male survivors. And you don't have to have been a male survivor to use the King Oil because it smells amazing. But it's intentionally made to stop that disastrous line of trauma and get you linked up into your holy, holy, divine circle of spiritual authority. I mean, that's what I'm doing over here. You aren't wrong about the men are doing to each other. Yes. And listen, and it's demonic, right? But the men are further along, y'all. The men are further along because I spent a lot of time talking to them. And they're also targeted from different ways. They're targeted from different ways to get them to not get into their circle of divine spiritual authority. Because when the men are in their circle of divine spiritual authority, you have authority against the demons. And they can see it. They can see it. They can spot it. They could be like, And then this lady's going to be, don't talk about my friend like that. I like my friend. And you're like, your friend's a demon. You're like, I'm breaking up with you. Because I'm going to go, I'm like, you feel me? You got it, right? It's like, what? It makes so much sense now. And so I have mad respect for men and male survivors because I've heard so many stories. So I also say, like, child sexual abuse has no boundaries. So therefore, I don't either. Literally has no boundaries. I'm not even joking. I have heard from billionaires, millionaires, homeless people, all up and down. The most like profound experience I ever had that was like so poetically profound. I was in like a big, huge, fancy, like one of those like super fancy penthouses. And during the, like craft service break or whatever, when people like go and, smoke their cigarettes or talk gossip, I went and sat on the mattress outside the alley in the back with a prostitute. And I had a whole conversation with her about how she was raped, shocking, by this grandpa dude. And now she sells her body on this mattress in the back of this building. And then I do the event, I'm fancy. I go up there talking, probably raising money. Oh my God, I've raised money for so many freaking organizations. It's crazy. So I'm up there talking, blah, blah, blah. And then after I talk, I get shoved into the room. Shoved into the bathroom. Like this, look. Literally. Like, Oh, I just want to talk to you. I just want to talk to you. I couldn't talk to you up there. I couldn't talk to you up there. I couldn't talk to you. That's a billionaire woman. That's a billionaire woman that freaking owns the building also. I couldn't talk to you out there because I couldn't raise my hand, but I just want to tell you I love you because our grandpa did that to all of us girls. Same building. Same building. That's like a poem. You know what I mean? So in the penthouse, it's happening. And then on the, literally, in the alleyway on a fucking mattress. It's the same story. Same story. So it's like, wow, look at that. Wow, wow. You know, these stories that lead back to these perps. And then when I found out about myself, when I personally, and I got out of this nonsense and I started listening to men and loving men, I wrote books. I will never shut up. I'll start reading it for you on here. Don't mention the real one related. Yes! Yeah, and look at Clinton is out hanging out with Palm Beach Pete or whatever they're calling him, Epstein. Y'all, literally, it's a joke. They are literally pulling the joke. They're joking with us. They think they got us, and this is why I am here in your life. They think they got us, and they think they got child sexual abuse victims. They think they got you, bitch. They really do. And I say the bitch with such love, okay? With all of us, okay? So we're all survivors. The males got totally taken by soccer coach or whoever, and preacher or whatever, and she got taken by everybody, including every demon. And then they're messed up. They are just messed up. And these creepy weirdos, the entity, okay, listen. Now here's your lesson. Here's your master class. The creepy weirdos on the outside who totally control people like the Clintons and all that stuff, all the nasties, so like the non-human creepy weirdos that involved in CSA, like Jill Hates, Bill Gates, all that stuff, all that nasty. They're so full of this stuff that they don't. They're just nasty, right? They are putting in play all the pieces that are in this. Literally. I'm not joking. It's in this. It's literally in this of how it's going to play out. It's how it's already played out. And then where we are today. Look at this. And they're putting into play to try to trick the system so that they don't get, yeah, exactly. They don't have shit. Yeah. So that they don't get swallowed and like sent into like, nuh-uh, you can't play. You can't play with us. That's what they're doing. They twisted it up. They took the books out. They didn't tell us this stuff. Well, guess what? I have a big mouth. And I work with men so that the women can come. Y'all men, I have a sacred circus. You're going to come together. We're all going to come together. Huh? And learn this. Learn the pronunciation of this. Start singing together. It's not hard. The last page is we're dancing with angels and playing. What they're keeping a secret in the creepy building is the answer out of here is laughter. No, really? Yeah. Laughter, joy, and the radiant light of Jesus. Yeah. So they think they have a switchboard essentially. Look at it like a switchboard, okay? These creepy demons and the parasites. It's like a switchboard. And so you're over here and your mama's over here and your boyfriend's over here or whatever. So you're over here and he's over here. Whenever you light up, whenever you're like, oh yay, I got this. I saw Angela and you know what? I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna open that dance studio. Something's gonna come up. Like they get alerted, right? They get create issue. So now this crazy bitch is gonna show up at your house and like steal your cat and burn your clothes and all this stuff right when you were about to pick up that guitar. And it goes both ways too. Like right when she's about to, I think I'm gonna quit eating Starbies and like actually fast and actually stop doing yoga with a guava thread, and then I'm gonna like actually get centered with myself. Then her little friends are gonna show up. Nuh-uh, that's crazy. Come shopping. So you're just loaded up with all of this distraction, chaos, confusion, and destitution. Guess what those are? Entities. Guess what? Guess what? The sins of humanity. Remember, we were told as we're little kids, you sinner. You sinner, sinner, sinner. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Remember the worst beating I ever got was standing in church doing that. Nuh-uh. The human is the light, the radiant light. We have much more power than you realize. That's why you can talk it out. That's why you can speak it out. That's why this whole parasite cleanse, y'all, you can go down the road of looking at hot dudes doing parasite cleanses. Highly recommend. I mean, the hot dudes that have God and doing parasite cleanses, there's a lot of them. Like, you could just be, oh, wow, look at you. That's awesome. Like, there's binders and there's things. But at the end of the day, you don't need any of that. You need fasting and your words to zip it. Shut the fuck up. Sacred Truth Frequency United. Raise your frequency. However you do that, you could be dancing, you could be loving, you could be making love. You could be shutting the fuck up and raising your frequency. And that is your cleanse. So you can do it like, I am not here to just sell you a box. I am here to sell you an escape route out of your fucking life of bullshit run by demons because they're eating and consuming children. And they forgot about CSA victims, y'all. They forgot about us. They think that they got us. They think that you're in. They think that, So you're going to open your job and you're going to teach dance. Welcome to the rest of your life. I love it. So they thought in their little grid where they pop off when you raise your light up, when you get reconnected to your light, these little motherfuckers respond with wrath. Wrath. That is the word. They respond with wrath to keep a hold on human women demonically. So they respond with wrath, which is why you're stuck. That's it. So they respond with wrath. So that's why when you I want to teach my dance class, and then whoever shows up to mess up your life, they respond with wrath when your light shows up, right? So when you connect with your light. But looky, y'all. Looky. They thought that CSA survivors are a done deal. Yeah. Stole my daughter. Yeah. I understand you so much. So you're the light of God. Wrath is their nasty. Right? Nasty. The light of God eradicates all this. And it's not even called God, by the way. That's another freaking... Also, the amen. You know what they did in the Bible? They put the amen at the bottom. You do at the beginning, before you pray, is actually, you go, amen. Don't get me started. Oh, wait, you have gotten me started. Now I'll never shut up. Because they forgot about CSA survivors, y'all, and I'm here for the kids. I came into this world to save these kids and to save our inner children so that we can dance and have a good time, because I'm not playing with any of this. I'm not playing with any of it. I don't like demons. I don't do ghost stories. I don't do horror movies. I'm not playing. No. I am with the kids and the little animals, and we're dancing. I'm not playing with any of that. I don't do horror movies. No. I make faith films that are fun and have happy endings, and it's funny. Okay? And I also have a variety show that's funny that you can be in, because I don't cast the devil. So they forgot about us on their sheet, on their like little billboard as they're watching. So they're not really fully paying attention to you. Got it? Because you got all your shit and you're in here. They got you. They're not going to pay attention to you. So that as all of us listen. As all of us raise our frequency, which is being happy. What? Happy and joyous in the face of all the fear. That's it. You're welcome. The end. Sign. Good. CSA survivor. Yeah. Child sexual abuse survivor. They thought that they forgot about us. We mean nothing because we've already been like la la la. Like, you got that one. They're totally your little battery. You can feed off this one forever. This one probably you could feed off of her forever but you know what? If you're talking to a CSA survivor who had to survive what you had to survive when you were a little kid, I'm telling you right now, it's like a warrior move. It's like, cuckoo! It's like, what if when you're in the hell? Because I know that those of us who are attracted to me and like come to know me, you probably went through hell. You know that time when you crawled out of that place. Yeah, I know you. It's like then all of a sudden out of nowhere, like all of a sudden it's like, whoop, there you go. You know what I mean? That's why I have a sword tattooed on my arm. Is I'm like giving you the sword. Like, hey, look, hey, here's the way out. This is our symbol. So like we're laughing. I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you getting depressed and sad and laying in the street. I'm not playing with you reading the news and looking at all the nasty and then you're gonna lay in the street and cry about it. No. Right? You will destroy who? You ain't gonna destroy me. You destroyed them, right? Like, yeah, right? So it's like, so exactly. So when you hear it, when I say that to the male survivors that have heard your stories, I've heard your stories how you were so manipulated and raped. Okay? I've heard this over and over and over and over and over. And when I tell that to you as a little kid going like, here you go, poink, like your energy, your frequency, your energy, you lighting up to be like, oh, I know it doesn't make any sense, but it eradicates them. An angel in a dream you can't make this shit up. This is why I have a sci-fi movie. I wrote this sci-fi movie called A Rare Human. I wrote it in 2019 because my amazing little kid, she was 2 years old, and she just kept saying whenever I took her to a city, she'd go, look, Mommy, a human. And I was like, you're funny. And then it was like the 3rd time, 4th time, and she's like, look, Mommy, a human. And I was like, well, we're all human. Right? And she goes, Mommy, you're so dumb. Okay, so here we are. This is not human, y'all. It's not human. It's demonic. The end. And then we are the light of God. So I'm going to show you how to give head with my oil. Ready? This is my boyfriend. Look. Here you go. I'm going to take your clothes off. Okay, look. Look. I'm going to take you out. I'm going to take him out. Listen. There you go. This is the head. Okay, this is my boyfriend. Listen. Watch this. Spiritual anointing oil. Ready? I love you so much. This is a new way to use my oil that I bet you didn't think about. I'm going to teach you right now how to give some great head. Okay? You get your guy right there. Right here. You sit right on his head. You know, they're all like, sit right on my face, sit right on my face. Put the oil, the spiritual anointing oil that's going to help him remember who he is. For real. I love you too. And do this, literally, like put your, with the oil, okay? He's going to love it. He's going to be like, what the hell's happening? Then use your legs and your hands to do the fascia release, okay? To do the fascia release. Get into my school. We teach you how to do it. It's so elegant, y'all. It's so elegant. You got to go in the school, holyhotmom.com, events at the top. It's $300. Shut your face. You get like a whole box. You're in there forever. If you can't afford it, I'm not going to ever keep the truth from you, ever. So here it is. This is the truth. Use the oil, or use your own hands or whatever, and gently, if you go, and this elegant move with your man. When was the last time you were elegant with your man? You gently touch him as you sit on his face, sit on his head. You can do that later, whatever you want. And then use your legs. He's gonna love it to work his fascia out and his lymph nodes with your legs. And you do the humming prayer. It's a whole new definition of hummer. He's gonna love it. You sit literally on his head. You know, do it together. Y'all, I love you. Send me the link. Seriously. It's holyhotmom.com. Holyhotmom.com, and then events at the top. I think cancel parasite demons. We'll go there. Because I do that. I do that late at night. I'll buy URLs. I'm like, I like this URL. Cancel parasite demons. We'll go to the page for the comedy show that is your life, and we do it every week, twice a week, and we're putting it in the school so you have access to replays. And last night we did one that was so beautiful. Cassia, who is part of my sacred circus, and your whole, in your world, She taught how to do lymph node release that was so elegant. I was like, are you kidding me right now? We're taught that it's so hard. We're taught that it's so difficult. And it was literally like this gentle, most delicate, most elegant moves on the body. And I'm like, this is again, we are, they didn't give us this information, that it is elegant and beautiful and you're together and you raise your frequency in the most elegant, beautiful ways. And then you have a big O together and you eradicate the demons. If you're not doing that, I don't even know who you are. I'm like, I don't even, go sit on your dude's head, please, and come back to me. You're seriously amazing. Thank you. Well, listen, this is not about me being amazing. This is about me being a warrior for the kids, honestly. These motherfuckers are literally torturing and consuming children. Do you know that they swim around in blood? No joke. Like, these creepy weirdos, literally, like, just, they swim around in it, bathe in it. They have like a little bathtubs of it and pools of it. And it's babies, children. You know, it's all a lie, right? The United States government is a front for human trafficking. When I traveled with this movie, and I went to every single state and I already traveled already. I just, doing the movie was like extra. I went to those states again because I'd already been there. Listening to stories and listening to people, it's nasty, y'all. It's nasty. They have got us from all angles. All angles, if you're paying attention. And I did this as my science fair project when I was 12 years old. I showed how they're doing this in the grocery store. So like you go into the grocery store and you eat all this stuff and you're like, oh, look at me. It came with a toy and a bright color and a poster. And I ate it for 15 years. And now you have the C word. And you go over here to the doctors to get your medicine. And they just poison you again and put the stuff in your body. Literally. They're literally, these creepies are putting, venom. Literally. What? And little pieces of metal and mold so that this worm, remember I told you it's a queen bitch. This worm that is actually a queen that all these little nasties answer to, the queen worm who answers to the outside entity, all this stuff that the creepy weirdo doctor are putting in our body gives this bitch things to build. And she'll get really big and long. And long. It looks like hair. It's like so long. And then it's like little piece of nanotech and a little piece of metal and a little piece and a worm. And then that it's like no! Yes! And then it's an antenna. And then that antenna is in this bitch. And then this out here, I mean, it's just gotten worse. Why do you think that they're like, oh, they can control you from the towers? Because they can. This is a sci-fi movie. This is a sci-fi movie, okay? Yeah, we are the spice. Yeah, we are the spice. For real. We are the spice. So, the chapter that I'm on right now, y'all, because, I mean, this goes deep, and this is intense, right? Where we're at here in the story is they lied. This is ancient. This is literally angels and demons. I mean, it really is. It's angels and demons. And forget all that. Like, don't even, worry about it. Like, you know what? I'm at your house in the backyard and we have a fire and I'm dancing and your grandma's dancing and she hasn't. Your uncle is off of porn. He stopped porn. He's crying. And now he's going to paint. He's going to take up a guitar and paint. And we're having the best time. We don't need to know about all this stuff. We don't need to look at the news. We literally don't even need to look at it. We need to just play and have a great time. That is literally the catch-22. That's the way to do it, is to forget all this. Don't even forget. We can't forget it because the real men are storming the gates right now. If you are a real dude on here, please go follow that guy, Coach Tommy. Coach Tommy 762. He is a real man, and he has US Foundation, US.Foundation. That is the way. That is the way. Can you do a parasite cleanse with breastfeeding? That's a really good question. Honestly, I would think that would be when you would want to do it. But I'm like, you gotta talk to your dog. I would say don't feed them. Don't feed not feed the baby, but don't feed the parasites. You know what I mean? And wormwood tea is the way to kill it kills them, the adults. Black walnut breaks down their bodies because the body can get really, really big. Ah! Yeah. So the body can get really big. And then cloves kills the babies. So this bitch, when you kill her, or one of her little minions, when they die, when these little worms die in your body, they fart and they burp. No. Yeah. They fart and they burp babies! They fart and they burp babies. That's why cloves is like, eat clove tea. Like, I just put clove in my coffee. Clove. I chew on cloves. Oh, clove. I put clove in my spicy oil. And now, let me tell you something. I came up with my oil because I discovered this, and an angel appeared to me in a parking lot of a farmer's market in the middle of nowhere and told me about this. That's what happened. His name was Arnett, and I will introduce you to him. And I was like, what? I was like, why are you telling me these parasites are inside people and they communicate outside with demons? What? And they have us totally under control and they eat despair. And I said, what? Well, wait, hold on. That means that they're the root cause of child sexual abuse. And he said, exactly. And I said, come again now, what? I stood in the rain for 3 hours with my mouth on the floor, on the dirt floor. And I was like, come again, what? Like, wait, what? Tell me that again. Did you just say, I'm Safe Side Super Chick. I've been around the world listening to stories. I made a prison boxing movie that's so good. You need to see this movie. You need to see this movie. You're chewing clove, like whatever. Like, living with demons is not for the weak either, yeah. Whew. So are you telling me I have been around the world and I know these stories so well? I know it's child sex abuse. I'm actually the world expert on child sexual abuse stories. Not the rapist. I'm not a therapist. The rapist. Okay. And what'd you say? What do you think of green walnut hull? I think it's good. Because that's black walnut. The green walnut hull, whatever, breaks down the big bodies. What? Breaks down the big bodies. Y'all, this is in you when you're a baby, and then throughout your life it just keeps getting bigger. I witnessed, y'all. No. I witnessed one of our guys, follow him, Ray. He's an affiliate. I don't even like the word affiliate. He's on the team making money for himself by sharing this. And he pulled a worm out of his baby son. He pulled a worm out of his baby son. That was about that long, actually. It was literally about that long. And then within an hour, his poisoned mother showed up unannounced to create havoc and chaos. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What? And I have seen this in my own life as I've gotten more aware. And then you're like, wait, what? And then they come and they create their wrath. And then when you can see it, you're like, oh wait, this is real. This is a movie, a sci-fi movie. You can be in it. It's called ararehuman.com. Cannot wait just to be safe. Yes, seriously. Y'all, get together and come into my comedy show because it's about your life. And I'm sharing with you all the oils and stuff. So I ran home and I learned this from an angel that appeared out of nowhere in a farmer's market. And I concocted my oil. Just spit. I concocted my oil because I already knew about the 1800s. I already am a Southern girl. I already escaped all of these nasty industries and stuff. I'm not playing. And it was always women, by the way. Even Harvey Weinstein. I make movies. And I have this movie is great. The Hammer. It's called Heart Baby. The Hammer is so good. I love this movie so much. They were after me like crazy. And they tried to stop that movie like crazy because it bonds men. It bonds men together. Go figure. They tried to stop this movie at every turn. And it was women. It was women. Child. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? And once you see it, you can't unsee it. And you're like, what? And then, so I ran home and I made this oil on my body and to put literally on my butthole. I'm not lying. It's this is like a joke. This is a joke. Are you kidding me? This is a joke. This is a comedy. They think that they've played us, and they think that they've played child sexual abuse victims because you don't matter and you don't matter, and you're so wounded that they don't need to pay attention to you. Y'all, I'm telling you right now, child sexual abuse victims outnumber these perpetrators like a like it's not even funny. It's not even, there is no competition. It's over already. 2.5 seconds. It's done. We already, it's done. It's fixed. So now we just get to play. Do you hear me? Now we just get to play because it's done already. And for the child sexual abuse victims who are warriors, because you are a children's sacred agent. Okay? The only reason I don't want to take anything away from your trauma, because I understand that you can fall into like, oh my God, I had the trauma. And yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible what happened to everybody that I've heard their stories. And also, it was a play. It was a much bigger, grand play on humanity. Yeah. So, in your part in it, what are you going to do, because I love you, to come play with me? Honestly, we're playing. That's my invite to you, is to we're not going to go talking about your stories. We're not going to, because you know what? That feeds them. You continually repeat the whole therapy thing and the whole like recovery movement, the trauma healing and like trauma informed healing movement that I was famous in. I'm famous in rape crisis centers. Not everybody can say that. Yeah, 007. My social media used to be Angela Shelton 007 because I escaped these boxes. Oh, child. When I saw this, I was like, nah. Like, when we just play, like literally, that is it's like a easy. When we literally just play, you do profound play and you get yourself out of pain. And I made this oil to put on my butthole during a parasite cleanse and my lymph nodes, because I was like, nah. And I noticed that when you do the parasite cleanse, sometimes like when you start like getting rid of the stuff, when you drink binders and all this stuff, you'll get weird bumps, like your bumps under your boobs or your butthole, like you crack your butt. You're like, ugh, what's these little red bumps? That's them coming out. And so my oil is like, nah, can't come back in here. And the further I understood what I was doing, because sometimes you don't know, you're called and you're like, what's happening? The oil breaks the communication line. It literally cuts the communication line between the ones inside and the ones outside. And I'm hearing from people, it lasts about 3 days. And I'm like, nuh-uh. Wow, that's cool. And so the pain goes away, right? Your chronic pain. I wonder why. I made this oil, wherever it is. It's a Holy Hot Mom oil. I wonder, I made this oil to block and slay and make go away creepy demons. And when people use it on their chronic pain goes away. I mean, it's just, look away. Don't tell your doctor. I mean, wouldn't that mean little, what do you think about that? We were hidden in plain sight, yeah. Yes. So you know what's up. So this oil helps you like cut the lines of communication. And it smells amazing. It has this beautiful, it smells like heaven. It smells amazing. The king oil smells a little bit different, but the exit oil is for everybody. It's for all your exits. You use it on your butthole. I have heard now from so many people, I was like, whoa, about that it has taken hemorrhoids away. Don't tell your doctor. Why would that be? Why would it be like slaying parasites and taking away chronic pain? Would that mean that the parasites are actually the sole cause of all pain to humanity? Would that mean that demons? That's what? Does that mean that demons are the sole cause of humanity's child sexual abuse and chronic pain? Is this what you're telling me? It's just kind of weird. I mean, it's weird. It's just a sci-fi movie. I make movies, and this is our sci-fi movie, and I have a variety show. So my variety show and my magazine, not printed, we'll get there, but like online. Listen, all of you have an opportunity and an invite to come into the comedy show and then be in the variety show. I'm giving you an opportunity to accept who you truly are. So you over here, who really wants to sing, and you haven't sang because uncle raped you or whatever, and you're all locked up. So like, what if you were given a chance to sing? You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. It does smell. Oh, it smells amazing. Can you consume the oil? Some people put it in their water. You're not doctors will tell you to not ingest comfrey, the comfrey bush. I mean, you do what you want in your life. I made it to put on your butthole, so I mean, you do what you want. It's not straight castor oil. It's got other essential oils. Blue tansy is in there from Morocco, and I wouldn't drink that. But a few drops. I don't know. You do what you want in your life. I'm not a nurse, thank God. It's the comfrey bush. The comfrey bush is these perps. Back in the 1800s, even were saying we couldn't grow blowjobs with it. Yes, blowjobs, hand jobs. Like it makes the erection, especially the king oil. It makes you happy, and it's specifically made for the butthole. And then my final recipe, the final one, was after talking to so many people who had neuropathy and fibromyalgia and angry, sad, closed up vaginas. Yeah. And so I met this one is for all of that. And so it's I use it like during, yeah. So like, that's why you get the big one. It's the pump. And do it on each other. Get on his head, y'all. Give a better head, would you? Would you please give a better head? I mean, you could be like, you know what I mean? You'd be teabagging. So we're here to have fun, and I'm inviting you to a comedy show about your life. And we're doing the cleanses. You can take all the stuff. You can go buy the binders and the things and do the things. And I'm going to be reminding you that you are this. You are this. And so really, actually, all we have to do is shine this, cut the lines of communication between the demons. The men are our strong spiritual authority. And it's not like, you're not an authority over me because No, you want him to be an authority because he's an authority against demons. Let him do that. Let those guys, encourage them. Encourage the guys to go down and save the babies. Do it. And then give them a blowjob. You're welcome. I need the 16-ounce bottle. Yeah, you do. The 16 ounce is great. That because, it's a lot cheaper too. It's actually, my vagina is closed. Not anymore. Not anymore. What was the guy's Instagram? Oh my God, that guy. Coach Tommy 762, and it is us.foundation, and that's a real man. If you want to see what I think is an amazing man, it's that guy, and he's hot as fuck too. That guy's hot as fuck. It's just like, I could watch you all day talking about taking down predators. Like, keep talking, fella. We're no longer doing things with batteries or any of that stuff because I get women off the batteries too, y'all. Ladies, stop bringing batteries to the bedroom, please. Use the penis, please. Use the head. Sit on his face. Do not put batteries in your bed. Okay? Put the oil in your bed and then remove the goal of orgasm. You're so welcome. Please connect with them. Get every single man who knows what's up to join him. Okay? us.foundation. That's the Redneck Revolution. Those are the guys, because I've said this for so long. If you fellas, or not if, because when, it's already happened. When you guys that are real guys are sitting down there by the river, you're fishing or you're having a beer, whatever, y'all cool dudes, you've been everywhere, you've done everything, you're veterans, whatever, you're like hanging out. If I went down there by the river and I was like, hey, listen, there's this building right over here. There are 30 kids lined up on cots being tortured, and the sheriff is in there right now on one of them, so we can't really call the cops. Can y'all take care of that? It's done. 2.5 seconds. Real rednecks, bikers, real men, actual service workers who are like, what a man, this is fucked up. And they, there it is. It case closed. We fixed it. It's done. They take them down. They save the babies. And then we're going to be with these awesome men. You got it? Who are totally freaking traumatized. Like traumatized by their own abuse by the crazy ladies. I mean, every single one of these fellows that I've worked with, because I work with men so that the women can come. These men, man, I love you so much. I'll tell you, ladies, why they don't talk to you and why they don't tell you their stories. Because if they open up and tell you their stories, you'll turn around and use it against them. Yeah, and so, because look, it makes sense, right? It totally makes sense. And so these fellas, I love you fellas. I'm telling you right now, I have a lot of women who are healing and have healed. I know them all around the world. They're attracted to me. There are victim addicts we get rid of fast. I got you. There's healing women and there's men who are healing. And you can come together at the Sacred Circus and you can do a little, use the oil. You can meet each other. I'm a connector for you to have the biggest, for you to have the biggest, oh my God, it's not what they taught you in church, was it? Yeah, obviously. You have the biggest, oh my God, I didn't know it was so good, oh my God. Yeah, because that energy kills this bitch. This energy kills this bitch. And then puts a spiral so that we have child sexual abuse goes, woo, and we literally, the frequency, look, see, frequency goes to the holy. You paying attention? You get it? So this is my lovely picture for you. Did you get it? You paying attention? I hope you can use this live to your school. Yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to save it and upload it. Also, my own, like, I don't have any secrets. Ask me anything. My own, like, tech stuff. These little creepy weirdos are old. They're old, okay? They're older than old, and they're ugly. They're ugly old worms, like ancient. The Rothschilds and the Rockefellers are old, ugly worms. The queens are all queens with worms. If you're paying attention to that, that's the next level comedy right there. But it's a comedy, but it's like, oh God, it's nasty. It's so nasty. So I'm not playing with that. Okay, I love you. We are. So just so you know, there's been like tech stuff, and I joke around. I'm like, oh, I got married for tech help because I need help. So I'm addressing my own, and now I'm setting up this little factory so I can get your bottles out as fast as possible. But I will not rush the oil. Okay, I want it to be really clear. I'm not rushing it. This is like we're urgently calm here. We're urgently calm because I want to get it to you, but I'm also telling you that you don't really need it. I mean, you do need it because it's awesome, but you need your words and your frequency. The oil helps you remember that and stay in the frequency and then make it happen faster and more fun. You're welcome. And there's a spicy. The spicy one is like Icy Hot and Tiger Balm had a baby and they found Jesus and they walked around and picked flowers. I'm going to put this on right now. This is supposed to go to stand. You put it on like, I'm on an island where they started, ew. No way, really? Wow. Gosh, I hope you're like running around like dancing and laughing. So Icy Hot is like, it's hot. It's like, I'm going to feel it right away. I feel it right away. Woo! Has like a little, don't put this on your butthole. Unless you like that sort of thing. So it's like, oh my, it's hot. So this has all the killers in it too. Cloves and stuff. So this is spicy so that if people who have like knee pains, back pains, shoulder pains, this is spicy is great. And they're saying it lasts 3 days. I mean, it's kind of wild, right? It's like you can't make this shit up. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. I love you. I love you. Even the poisoned you. I mean it. I love you so much. And I just witnessed something. Also in my own family, like pay attention, y'all. When you're gossiping and talking poo-poo and being a puppet for the perps and don't even realize it, just pay attention. Just pay attention because I'm not playing. I do not. Your sentence is your sentence. If you just like be quiet, like don't talk, imagine, and then just pay attention to people, you'll hear, like listen. Like so many of you are like trying to figure out what you're going to say next and you're not listening to what the person's saying. You're like rehearsing what you're going to say. That's all this stuff, right? So just be. As we raise our frequency, like the bees are just doing their little bee thing, and then a perp comes into the hive, and all the little bees just like vibe out more. They just like they don't change their be thing. They just be more. Just like you and me, you're gonna be more. You're gonna dance. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna sing. You're gonna do your book finally. You're gonna dance finally because you've been stunted with that thing you live with, and so you raise your frequency just like the bees. And then when the creepy little perp comes in, it actually fries them. The frequency fries them. Same thing applies to demons. The demons are in the body and outside the body. It's like demon you can see, or see if you poop it out, and demon you can't see. And they're communicating, and that's the matrix. Got it? It's lines of communication. And when we be with our frequency, it cuts the line of communication and gives you a window. Silence and humming frequency. Come to my island. Listen, I don't know about that. Careful. I need to know you a little bit longer before I'm coming to your island. Oh, no. We're going to go to the islands. We're going to go to the islands. We're going to save those babies. We're going to save those babies. This is what we're doing over here at the Sacred Circus. I'm not playing with demons, y'all. Not even. So, I love you. The oil is on Holy Hot Mom. And the event is, we're doing it every week. And I go live. I'm going live again. Blah, blah, blah. And Saturdays and Wednesday nights. Saturday days, I think it's noon. Oh, noon, 3, maybe. Look on there. Don't ask me what. I plan my day of. So Saturdays, Wednesdays, it's all a whole bunch of stuff in there to show you all the different paths to address the parasites, the nasties. I'll get you on the list. Now we're doing comedy now. Oh my God, let's literally do that as like a little comedy special of the of my variety show. It's life with all the F words because we are in a lie. Like we're literally inside of a lie. So we're gonna F the lie. We're gonna F the lie. Ready? We're going to F the lie. Not like you did your daddy. Lie. L-I-E. Lie! We're going to put F. There it is. That's the variety show, is your life. With all of the F words, starting with the most important one, frequency. So what is your frequency? That is the highest, most fun. Okay? And then we're going to do that in the variety show. Got it? You're invited. I'm a director. I'm a director, producer. I'll cast you. I'll cast you. My casting couch is the oil. I don't have no nasty. You're funny. You're so funny. We could have a section, like a commercial, like a commercial of a variety show. Hey, come to our island. Get on our list. This is so funny. We do like news and the latest island that's been discovered that wasn't on the maps. Anyhow, so what can you do in your life to be super fun and having fun and being in the joyous laughter, emanating the radiant light of all things? Got it? And you're not letting demons eat you because you're sitting on this guy's face who's aligned with God. You got it? And he is a spiritual authority, and you're going to get that word out of your head. That's not bad, okay? That's not bad. That spiritual authority is good. Good. It's like a good man. Imagine a good man. You don't have to have all these beta dudes with like getting pegged. Oh my God. The real men who don't do that are in the woods. They're in the woods. They're hiding from you. They left. Those guys left. They left. And they're amazing, but they're out there in the woods, I talk to them, so I can introduce you to them, because they're all sweetness. I love you. And this one over here, oh Lord, I love you too. But my God, what a life you've led. So how can we F your life with more fun, fabulous, freedom, fortune? Get out of the little voices that you can't, or is she being serious? Yeah, I am. I've destroyed them. I love you. Yeah, you have. We're done. So what's our little show now that we're done? And this is the end. Dun, 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 dun. We could be like, and now we're gonna have story time. Okay, that's it. Any questions? This is your life. I'm inviting you to have more of your life, to get away from despair, and a call. I'm calling to all child sexual abuse survivors. When you hear this, aren't you like, oh, yeah, a survivor who has healed is exactly who you want in your foxhole. I mean, because that's who's going to be like, I got it. I got a chainsaw. I know how to do it. I know how to do it. So here you are. Here's my beautiful picture for you. And then my beautiful oil that you can watch the show. Exactly. You can watch this show. You can just watch it again. And some of my lives didn't keep saving because we didn't download them in time, but I'm going to download them from Instagram. Listen, I'm learning. Now I'm an oil baroness and have an oil factory. I was not expecting that. But I want to be my plan is to be in my truck coming to your house with the oil, and you're having a party, and I'm just going to be like, you feel me? So we're having old school tent revivals with no shoes and no phones, and you're doing this in your backyard. And I show up and I'm like, I'll cook for you. I have my traveling kitchen. It's amazing. I love you. So I'm here to help you have a better head. Were you listening? Did you pay any attention? What'd you learn? What'd you learn, class? What'd you learn from this? What did you learn? You learned that you put the oil on your body to be in the show. But that's different. It's not the Hollywood Diddy oil. You'd be like, what? You're still laughing. Oh, perfect. That's the point. Oh, excellent. I'm so glad. So yeah, what you do with your oil? What you do? And then you can all have a celery. And we're in celery soldiers. And then, this is what I do. I just walk around like this. See my celery. I'm not even playing with any of this. Got it? I love you. So that's my lecture today. Did you understand? Body vibrations, not battery vibes. For real. You got the memo. Yes. And when you remove the goal of orgasm and you just lay on each other and breathe and maybe do the other way, like this. Like 69, but like sandwich, So you're down there by the feet, and you're like, you're working each other's fascia out with your body, and I'd give you all kinds of things you could do with that, and like play and la la la. It's better for the environment. It really is, for real. And also you can get to where you are humming, because you can sit on his head and he can hum. He can hum, and then you could be like, oh my God. And then you could hum, because the oil helps lockjaw and angry vaginas. And makes sad wieners that were abused go like this. I mean, it's just a bonus. It's just an added bone us. Bone us while the real men are at us.foundation, us.foundation, taking care of all this. And we're partying. We're ladies. Like, we're preparing our bodies and our houses, and we're just going to play, and we're going to love up these men. They're going to love up us, and they have spiritual authority over demons, and the demons are locked out, and we have heaven on earth. There you go. The end. No demon. No Bill Gates. Bill Gates is ugly. They're all ugly. They're all ugly. Oprah's ugly too. Whew, they're all ugly. Anyway, I love you. You're pretty. And you're pretty, and even you. Oh, I love you so much. So I love you, and that's all I gotta say. You have any questions? Good plan. I'm in. Perfect. Excellent. So you're gonna have an orgasm, and that's your homework. Okay? In the most wonderful way, and use my oil to help each other remember who you are in the frequency. And I'd love to hear it. Please email me. I know I get a lot of emails now. Email me more than DM me, honestly, just so you know. And then let me know when you touch the oil and you touch it on each other. I want to know the vibrations. I want to know how it feels. Like you're like, ooh, I got like you put it here on your heart, and then you can. Some people say they can feel it from the top of their head all the way down their legs. I'm just curious about that. I'm also very, very curious. It's so ugly, right? I love you too. I'm very curious about your dreams. Okay, so when you're using the oil, how the synchronicities in your life, like all of a sudden you got a free car, all of a sudden like, oh my God, you have a new place to stay. All of a sudden you really wanted to quit your job, and then all of a sudden this job just randomly shows up. Like I really want to know that, and I really want to know the dreams, like your dreams that y'all are telling me. I just got goosies literally all over my body talking about it. Your dreams when you use the oil, please tell me. I love it. Like, write me a novella at love@holyhotmom.com. That's the email. Love at. Of course it is. So I love you, and I'm here for you to meet each other, and also for you to light up your life. And if you're not lighting up your damn life, if you are not laughing and having fun, if you are looking at this shit, I will spank you. You are not gonna spend any time in any of the madness anymore. You understand? You're not gonna stay in any of that nastiness. You're gonna have fun, and you're gonna laugh. Because at the last page, if you paid attention, the last page is we're laughing joyously with angels. So get to it. You don't have to wait to the end to start doing that now. I'm laughing joyously with angels. Ah! Oh my God. As usual. I love you. Please love the men. Please, please, please love the men in your life, because they tell me all their stories. I'm telling you right now. And please, y'all, fellas, the crazy ex-girlfriend and the crazy are not crazy. They're poisoned. So direct your attention to the demon, to being a safe authority, spiritual authority against the demons, and not about crazy women. Crazy women. Because your sentence is your sentence. So you need to shut up too. Shush. Because they're not crazy. They are totally targeted, and we need you. You understand? We need you. Please, get the plastic out of your butt. Stop being a beta man. Become a man. Listen. And connect with your spiritual authority and protect the women and children. That is why I'm here. And I love you. Yay! Hey, big picture. How you doing? I love y'all. And I'm going to go have some lemonade, I think. You know when you find out all this, you're like, oh my God, what do I eat? Avocado and an egg and air. I love you. Oh my God, you're watching RRR. Y'all, hang up right now and go watch RRR. It's so good. It's the best movie I've ever seen in my life. Like, it is so good. And the end, and the big, like, how they take down that bitch. Oh my God. I was like, yeah. All men need to watch that movie. Like, it is so good. RRR. I'm so sorry that it's on Netflix. Ugh. Anywho, hey, I watched the movie. Oh, thank you. Yay. I love that brotherhood story. They tried to, thank you so much. They did all they could to stop this movie. Wonder why. I'm wondering why. Anyway, I will talk about that all day long, but we're here at time. And I told you this is my lesson. This is my masterclass on the Big O. Masterclass on the Big O. Get away from demons. Protect the women and children by being a divine spiritual authority man. I mean, imagine. That's not Andrew Tate. Okay? That's not that. That's not the, I'm a man. It's not that. It's the guy in the woods. It's the guy in the woods that's like, oh, is it safe to come out? It's that guy. We love you. Thank you so much. I love you so much. I love each other. Otherwise, you didn't get the memo.